So, can we just, keep playing the Penguins the rest of the year? Kind of enjoying it. Yeah.
Woohoo! We are in a week. Yeah. Can't get any better.
Hello, welcome to Hawks Recap. The 20th game of the season is a rematch of the first game against the Penguins, this time in Pittsburgh. And although the Hawks don't score 10 goals in this one, they still win by a score of 2-1, get their second straight victory, and they sweep the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, outscoring them 12-2 this season. This one feels really good. And it all starts with the first shift of the game, the Taze line just wrecking havoc, winning board battles, creating turnovers, getting shots on net, making Murray really work hard right out of the gate, and it basically sets the tone for the first period. And the Hawks, who haven't really been starting hot a whole lot this season, they definitely start hot in this one. The Hawks outshot the Penguins 12-9 in this first period, but if you watch the game, you kind of know that really doesn't tell the tale of the tape, because the Hawks absolutely dominated this first period. Their offense was just creating pressure, creating havoc, winning board battles. They looked absolutely fast, and it helped that the defense was playing absolutely fantastic. Great sticks, basically shutting down the Penguins' offense and rushes before they even began. Kessel, Malkin, and Crosby were basically stymied by the Blackhawks defense. And that led to great breakout passes and allowed the Hawks offense to just kind of explode a bit. They had two breakaways. Murray saved both of them. Murray really kept the Penguins in it, especially in this first period. Hawks also hit two posts, one from Forsling, one from Saad. The Hawks easily could have had another 5-goal first period against the Penguins, just like the first game of the season. Not only was it nice to see the Hawks get off to a fast start, something they've been struggling with a little bit in the first quarter of the season, but their power play, they had two of them in this first period, their power play actually looked pretty darn good. They were getting some really good looks and really good chances. Once again, Murray played really well. But the Hawks get their first goal just shy of 12 minutes into this first period on the power play, win the face-off draw, get it to Forsling, and Forsling squeaks it 5-hole past Murray. Probably one Murray should have saved, but nonetheless, the Hawks get a power play goal and grab that lead 1-0 in the first. The Penguins get a power play a little less than 2 minutes left to go in that first period, and it was a prime opportunity for them to really grab one of those late period goals that really will give a team momentum heading into the intermission, heading into the dressing room. But thankfully, the Hawks PK unit steps up and keeps it a 1-0 game going into the second. Second period, and the Hawks right away have a golden opportunity to extend their lead to 2 goals. Puck is lying in the crease. Boma tries to stuff it home, but a Penguins defender sacrifices himself, slides in there, blocks the shot, bails out Murray, and it's the second time in this game that Murray's kind of been down and out, and there's an open net, and the Hawks just can't find a way to stuff that puck home. And it's frustrating as an opponent because you're so close to scoring, but good teams are going to find a way to, even when they're down and out, prevent that puck from going into their net, and can kind of be a reason why they've won back-to-back Stanley Cups. And speaking of keeping the puck out of your own net, the Penguins have a resurgence in the second period, outshooting the Hawks 15-10 in it, but the Hawks just find a way to keep that puck out of their own net. Crawford, a big part of that. He played fantastic in this game, and the Hawks find a way somehow to frustrate the Penguins and have a 1-0 lead going into the third period. Special teams were a big part early on in this third period. 3 power plays in total, 2 for the Hawks, 1 for the Penguins. The Hawks penalty kill unit goes 3 for 3 in this game. Another fantastic job to keep a power play unit in Pittsburgh that is quite good and has a lot of talent. It's a wonder how the Penguins don't score even more on their power play, but the Hawks blanking them, you can't say enough about that. Now the Hawks are on their second power play in this third period. And even though they've scored already on the power play in this game, they get a little bit complacent here and the Penguins take advantage. The Penguins win a board battle in the Hawks defensive zone. They get the puck over to Hunwick, who somehow lost the defense. And he gets a backhand shot past Crawford and in for the shorthanded goal. Obviously, you never want to give up a shorthanded goal, but you never want to give up a shorthanded goal to tie the game. And to make matters worse, it was a shot that Crawford definitely should have saved. He had a fantastic game, but a low spot there for sure. And the game is now tied. It could have been very easy for the Penguins to take a stranglehold on momentum from that. And it could have been very easy for the Hawks to kind of deflate a bit and lose this game. But 20 seconds later, same power play. The Hawks go to work. They get the puck on net. Schmaltz shoots it a bit wide, but Anisimov grabs it, transfers it to forehand, and pots it past Murray, who's scrambling. And the Hawks get that lead right back 2-1 with Anisimov's fourth goal in 2 games. And the thing I really love about Anisimov's goals right now is that they're all coming from the dirty areas, the hard-working areas right in front of the net. What do you do when you're in a slump like Anisimov was early in the season? Get to the front of the net and see what you find there. Create some havoc. And a lot of times that will create opportunities for yourself, and it seems like he's taking advantage of it. He's potting home those loose pucks, and he's kind of on a bit of a roll right now. And those are the types of goals that win you games in the playoffs. So that's obviously great to see from him right now. A little bit later on, it looked like the Penguins tied this game once again, but under further review, it was pretty obvious that Crawford was interfered with. No goal. The Penguins continue some pressure for the rest of the period, but Crawford stands tall. The Hawks hang on, and the Blackhawks come away with a 2-1 victory in this one. Beat the Penguins by an aggregate score of 12-2 this season. We basically have their number, which is pretty nice. And the second straight win against a team that was on a winning streak. Some pretty darn good showings from the Hawks. Anisimov and Schmaltz got stars in this one, but so many players could have been on that star sheet. Crawford played fantastic, had that one shorthanded blip there. But Taze had a great game. He wasn't on the score sheet, but he had a great game. DeBrincat had a great game. Forsling had a great game. Just pretty much an all-around good effort from the Hawks team. And those are the types of efforts you need to beat quality teams like the Penguins or a quality team like the Lightning, which is coming up. It's not getting any easier for the Hawks here. That's for sure. Next week, the Hawks travel to Tampa Bay for a rematch of the 2015 Stanley Cup Final, playing the Lightning, a team that has been on fire early on in this season. Stamkos and Kucherov just on unreal point paces right now. It's a team that, when healthy, is really scary and is one of the reasons why they didn't make the playoffs just barely last season, was just all the injuries they had. But they're healthy so far this season, and it's showing. The Hawks are going to need to come out just like they did today, have a great first period, and have a great overall effort from the team if they want to pull off their third straight win. Now here's a question for you as a watcher. Let me know, if you were a skeptic of this team, and it was pretty easy to be, especially early on this season here, have these last 2 performances kind of eased your skepticism a little bit? Have you kind of thought maybe this team is kind of coming around now, starting to look like the team we want to see? Or are you thinking these are probably a couple fluke performances and they're probably going to fall back down to what they have been like the past, 10-ish games? Let me know what your status is right now. How are you feeling about this team? Thanks for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as the results in this game. Big Blackhawks victory. Let me know your thoughts on the game and the team's performance down in the comments section below. Like, share, subscribe. Do those YouTube things if you so please to. I appreciate it if you do. But most importantly, as always, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.